Welcome back to another episode of my 2026 Style Reset, where I have been working through the Wear It Well book by Alison Bornstein. We are finally reaching the end of the book, so today is the formal ending of working through the book, but I do anticipate doing some more kind of 2026 Style Reset videos, just more unrelated to working directly from this and really putting things into practice and continuing to discover our creativity through clothes and showing up for yourself every day in that aspect. So in the last episode, we were going through the 9 wardrobe staples and how versatile they are and all of the different ways that you can style it with what you already have in your closet, but also that helps you kind of brainstorm things that might add a little more fun or some more of your words from the 3-word method to add a little more fun into your wardrobe. I will say, going through that portion of the book really opened my eyes to all of the possibilities that I have in my closet, I own already, and I just wasn't thinking outside the box in how to configure different outfits, and I do have pretty much everything I need. Of course, we always want something more, but outfit possibilities I actually have on hand already was a lot more than I had expected. So now, in this final part, we are going to start by continuing to hone in on that creativity and play around with the different formulas that we have, what we can do when we just aren't feeling the energy to go through and pick out an outfit, and how to mix them up just a little bit to differentiate from day to day. One of my biggest takeaways from this section of the book is that style does not have to be complicated. It's really about finding your formulas, the base layers, if you will, that you feel comfortable and confident in, and how to just bring some new energy to each of those to feel like it's a fresh new take on it. Some of the key ways to do this is starting with an outfit you know you love, whether that be with trousers, a good pair of jeans, some track joggers, whatever. I always love to go for a t-shirt and a pair of jeans that I feel comfortable and confident in, and then just kind of play around from there. You can play with the silhouette of the jean, you can play around with the type of t-shirt, and then what's going on top of it. Are we tucking it? Are we letting it loose? Rolling the sleeves? A fun jacket to add interest? Playing around with little elements to the base that you have going on really can shift how you're projecting. As you start to realize that you don't have to reinvent the wheel or look like you're going to some gala all of the time, you can really work with what you have and shift little things here and there to make it look like a completely new, fresh look. Now, a helpful tip that I think people will love if you don't already do this, and I actually started doing this before I even started doing this book, and I actually started it for Murphy, and that is creating a lookbook in your albums. So anytime you are either having a styling session with yourself or just in the morning when you're about to head out, if you're in an outfit that you feel good in, take a picture and add it to an album in your phone for looks, because then you can always look back on it for those days that you don't know what to wear and you have a bunch of outfits that you have worn before and you know you felt a certain way when you were wearing it. So with that, also for the days that you're just feeling kind of drab and you want something to help make you feel good in your clothes but you just can't be bothered, is to 1, look at this lookbook that we're talking about, 2, use Pinterest as a guide. You don't need to replicate the outfit, but just as an inspiration to pull ideas from, whether it be the colorway or the silhouette of the pants, the drapery, the accessories, etc. Another is repeating yesterday's look and changing 1 thing, maybe 2. So if you know that you felt good in whether it be a jeans and a blazer, take the blazer out, put a different jacket on, put a sweater on top instead, and it does look like a whole new outfit, but you're still feeling comfortable because you wore it yesterday, the other day, what have you. You're just refreshing it a little bit. The final one is changing out the footwear. So this can be part of your changing 1 thing, or it can be an additional thing, but the way that shoes change the overall vibes of an outfit can really be impactful. Like jeans and a t-shirt with a jacket on with heels versus sneakers versus flats is quite crazy, because you've got the elevated look with the heels, tennis shoes more sporty, and flats are like an in between both of those. So it makes a world of a difference, let me tell you. Now, one of the biggest things that the book talks about in the end, and a major shift to my mindset now going forward, is shopping. I think one of the big things is just asking myself more questions about things. I'm definitely more of an in-person shopper than online, but this works for both. Just kind of asking yourself, if you already have a piece like this in your closet, is it trendy? Is it going to get wear within the year and past? If I'm doing a one in, one out policy, do I know exactly what would go out in place of this? What's the material? Is it going to last me a while? Is it going to fit with my 3 words and what I already have in my closet? Or is it going to be a versatile piece? Or is it only really going to go with one outfit? There's so many different questions you can ask, and I'm definitely taking that into consideration more and more as I have been kind of looking online, or as I'm getting marketed things online and in my email, whether or not it's really worth adding to my day-to-day. And that is it for my final work through on this book. I think this was more kind of like tip heavy going forward with your styling and really just having fun with yourself. It has honestly helped me create a completely different relationship with my creativity, my clothes, my wardrobe, getting dressed every day, as well as my shopping habits moving forward. To be honest, getting dressed has felt a little bit less overwhelming and more fun, and I will, like, the lookbook really helps you guys, I promise. So I would love to hear if you guys end up picking that up, but it's just really taken a lot of the daunting energy of getting dressed for anything. And like I said before, while the book is coming to an end, I do really want to continue this series in some way, shape, or form, to just continue to document like my progress in continuing to be creative and enjoy having fun with my wardrobe. And especially with seasonal changes, I think it could be good to just do like check-ins here and there and how I am getting dressed for, you know, those like in between times between spring and hot summer, or like between fall and winter, and see what's changed, new pieces I've added, how I'm styling things differently. I'm especially kind of looking forward to doing a summer piece because it's not particularly my favorite season to dress for because I'm hot all the time. And I am like really picky about shorts, dresses, like all like how the silhouettes are. And so I think I will be very curious to do a little like summer styling session on this series. So do let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions on what you want to see. I do have some ideas going on in my head, but I would love to hear from you guys that are watching in what would interest you from me on the 2026 style reset. But I'm excited to continue, you know, browsing Vinted and just incorporating some more summer pieces and a couple pieces that I'm missing, and just continuing to style and see how new takes on things will come to light. But I have really enjoyed going through this, but I would love to hear about your own journey in redefining your style and your relationship with your creativity and clothing and all of that. And yes, so that is the conclusion of the Wear It Well specific series, but we will continue with the 2026 style reset, and I will also see you in more vlogs very soon.